total horror, disgust, shame that 70 years after the end of the Holocaust, that anti-Semitism thrives in the educated world. Horror.
Were you nervous going to synagogue yesterday or
No.
coming to... Were you nervous at all?
No. This is my place, and these are my people, and nothing will stop me from participating in the Jewish community and practicing my faith.
And what is the message that, is being felt, or what is the feeling?
My message is that hate is so virulent and is taught to us by our parents. We're not born hateful people, none of us, and we're all God's people. And this whole challenge of stopping hate, we're all equal in the eyes of God.
I was devastated and almost in tears, even talking about it now. And the whole night I was just, I observed the Sabbath, so I found out later in the evening. And heartbreaking, totally heartbreaking, and just unbelievable. This shouldn't happen anywhere. Our hearts are broken for the families and for anyone. It doesn't matter if it would have happened in a church or would have happened anywhere, we would have felt the same. It's just very sad that the world has to put up with this kind of inhumanity when we should be pulling together and caring about one another.
Absolutely. And security, is that a common thing at your place of worship here?
I don't worship here, but we're coming for a conference. I think the Jewish community is aware of security, and we're doing the best we can. And but unfortunately, sometimes these things happen, and we pray that it will never happen again.
It was heartbreaking, and it was crazy to think that I was actually at a different synagogue yesterday, and we had a staff meeting just after the school morning, and the teacher said there was some kind of shooting at a Pittsburgh synagogue. That's all we know. More will be trickling out as the day comes by, and just be prepared to answer questions from students.
So you teach students there?
Mm-hmm. I teach there, and I teach here as well.
So what was sort of the mood like today in the classroom as you had to explain these horrific situations?
I teach pretty young kids. I teach grades 1 and 2, so I think we're blissfully unaware. But just this morning, we have a meeting with all the parents and the kids, and we tried to keep it as low-key as possible, not to alarm anyone, but we just reinforced our values of Jewish education and safety and community.
I might just ask you that again, just because of
the
thing there. So you are a teacher. Did students bring it up today? Did they have any questions?
I teach pretty young students, grades 1 and 2, so they were probably blissfully unaware. But in our morning get-together, we just reaffirmed our values of Jewish education and Jewish learning and community and safety.
How do you plan to, help unpack this for students going forward? Because it will be something I'm sure that they will have questions about in the coming days.
Absolutely, and my goal is to remind them that the vast majority of people, almost everyone, treats others with respect. We treat each other with respect, and these events shouldn't stop us from being who we are and being proud to be Jewish and to be part of this larger global community.
Is anti-Semitism something that you have to deal with and that you hear about on a frequent basis?
It's not something I've dealt with much in my personal life. You hear about it all the time, whether it's in Israel or in Canada. I'm a York graduate, so there's a whole history of it there, but I've never experienced it personally.